This is the Jimmy James Show. Come find out just what's wrong with me. Alright, so we're sound checking. I'm checking on a couple different levels. Let's hear how it sounds at 10 seconds in. Muting.
It is now time to explain to people just what's wrong with me.
Oh, thank you.
Alright, we're recording. This is not recording for some reason. 1 second. Alright, here we go again. Alright, we're recording again for some reason. Hold on. Alright. What's up? Fuck me. That's not how it works. Alright, wow. Well, this sucks. So this recorder basically is here for one purpose, and we're stopping. Alright, and we're back. Sorry about that. Alright, so before I get on today's next segment of this show, part 3, I guess it would be, or part 2 of 2. I don't fucking know. You might be asking yourself, what the fuck is he doing? What was that first show about? And well, it was me kind of like just, blowing off some steam, I guess. You know how it is. No, honestly, I was supposed to do a legit, show. And even thus, I'm in the basement. I'm actually starting to like the basement. This might be my new recording area. Just because, A, I can scream and talk as loud as I like. And, I can even be naked. And nobody can see me. Unless they opened up the door. Then that would be a tragedy. Anyway. So let me give you guys what's going on. For reals, I had a couple things to mention. It is, right now it is Thursday. Sometimes Tuesday and Thursday looks like together. You ever pull down your phone, like pull the top down there? Did you ever pull the top down on your phone and just make the accident of seeing THU and THE and totally messing up your days? Well, that's what I almost did. And anyway, it's Thursday, February 23rd, 2027. No, it's 2024. 23. I'll get there. Alright, so I'm just using this up. This is just kind of like B-roll, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Right now I'm using the stand-up mic. I got my coffee. Oh yeah, I did not mention the time. It is 2:18 in the morning, but I started about, I'd say 25 minutes ago. Maybe, 25 minutes, 30 minutes ago. Here's the thing. I'm going to be honest with everybody out there, like I always am. There's a couple things I wanted to really clarify. That's not a good place to put my coffee. That is one of them. I just had it up on this high piece of wood that if it would have fell, it would have sucked. Got marshmallows in there and everything. Alright, but I wanted to clarify a couple things here. And, I'm not, like, super geeking out right now, so I can kind of calmly tell you, he was calm before he murdered the whole family and the dog. But, no, honestly, I made a couple things like ramblings of a crazy person, in the basement thing, that was just blowing all steam, having fun, trying new things. I like to come up with just crazy ideas that basically at the end of the day, and this is talking to the people that are out there who might listen to me, because, according to certain things, I'm not going to get into it, like analytics, which I'm not going to get into right now, but there are people out there who listen, and I'm talking directly to you. Yes, you. You might not think I'm talking about you, the person who listens to me, for whatever reason. Because maybe you are lonely, you feel like you're an outcast, you feel like you go through something similar, you can relate to me on those lines alone. Any other psychotic reason, I completely understand. Now, on a more serious note, he took the cat. No. See, this is why I can't do fucking podcasting, like, on a serious tip. Can you see me, interviewing fucking, like, an important person? Like, Mr. Vladimir Putin. Is my saying that right? But Putin. Imagine saying that when you're high. Get to the point, that's the way I would be. I don't think, any fucking TV, television, radio people are ready for somebody like me. I would blow the fucking lid off of this thing we call a world. Maybe it's not a lid. It could be one of those zip bag things. You never know. Those ones you go zzz, they're so hard to fucking, it's like closing and you gotta put the air out of it. You know what I mean? Like back in the day with the sandwiches, or even today. You get it. Now they got two of them. Remember the back in the day where it was just one zip line for the sandwich? Now there's like two zip lines. You guys are like, I thought I was tuning into a normal show. I just wanted to hear a guy philosophize about society and culture on a normal sort of way. You came to the wrong fucking show. Honestly talking about the people out there who listen to me, and this is like my last final ditch attempt to tell you is, look, first of all, seriously, I'm not no joking here. I will not joke, and I don't lie. There's no need for me to lie on this show. That doesn't mean my facts are always correct. I do fact check stuff if I don't know, or if I'm talking about that subject, in the past, obviously. Oh my god, I wish I would cut to something right now where I'm like totally wrong on so many things. That would take me too long. See, I would need a team for that. But, what the fuck was I talking about? Hold on, let me get a sip of my coffee because I hate just holding it, you know what I mean? Sometimes I go and I edit out things, like even if it's a 3-4 second thing. And I've told you this before. The point of me telling you this again is that I first and foremost, over anything, that I appreciate any listeners I have, any followers. Now, according to, like I said, I'm not going to get into the analytics right now. I really don't want to get into it all, but I have a decent amount of listens, plays, and follows. Bite my tongue on this one, but and I felt today it felt like I had an obligation, and I wasn't doing a show, I wasn't doing a podcast, wasn't whatever the fuck you want to call this. I wasn't doing it. You know what I mean? Keep your eyes on the road, truck drivers. I wasn't going to do one, and then, I was sitting there like thinking, I have to kind of get this off my chest. I just have to tell them that I appreciate them, but I'm like that parent. You can get that. I was thinking, you can get the Hot Wheels, Chuck. You can get the Hot Wheels, Chuck. You've been a good boy this year, but you gotta get all B's on the rest of your second term there. The fuck did you call school? It was like the first midterm? What the fuck? I don't know. I didn't go to school. Why would you listen to an asshole like me? I have no pieces of paper that prove I went anywhere. There's something on my coffee. I think it was coffee. I seriously was like, oh, fuck. I was seriously like watching some of the greats, and you know, I'm talking about like Dave Chappelle, and there's like a couple other comedians. There's more than a couple, but there's other comedians out there that can get me to laugh. Chappelle definitely gets me laughing. I'm talking about only people that's, you know, I'm not going to sit there. You guys already know my list if you heard my show before. But I'm coming to a point to this, so calm the fuck down. I'm getting there. I want to say I appreciate you guys. And if I ever missed any of your questions, I apologize now and in advance, because I don't really go on social. We all know this, if I haven't said it a gajillion times. I do and I don't. But I was on there today because I seen something pop up on in a bag of fucking chicken wings. Chopping it up with Brie and Real. Like I was, you know, there are two you know, content creators, podcasters. It's a man and a woman, and they talk legit for real. Like, they talk the way I would like to hear somebody to talk. There's no fakeness behind it. You know what I mean? Like, if there's something on his mind, he is real and she is Brie. Obviously, it's B-R-I and his is R-E-E-L. That's chopping it up with Brie and Real. Anyway, go check them out. I've listened to almost every episode. I'm not like, you know, fucking super like, I can't wait until the next episode releases. Like, just sitting around, oh my god, I can't wait. That's not like that. Honestly, I just supported them because I said these guys are not fucking super famous or anything, not yet at least. You know what I mean? I don't know. But they keep it 100. And I'm just going to give you an example. Like, I was listening to her, I'm just going to say her show. She was talking. She was doing the induction of whatever the fuck, the episode 50 or whatever. And she was like rhyming and rapping. And he was just like, how the fuck you gonna rhyme? And really, how you can't rhyme? Like, you just can't rhyme and shit. Like he was just, they just are open. Like, two people should be talking. They're not like faking it, and they're not hiding behind like the mic, if that makes sense. And I'm not getting anything to promote them. It's not like I sit there and listen to their episodes over and over and over again. Matter of fact, shame on me, I should listen a lot more. Like I said, I have a lot of catching up to do. But they keep it real. And a lot of this shit is I can't relate to because I'm fucking white. And that's that. I can relate to it in the general sense that I'm, you know, not a fucking retard, but, you know, they bring up a lot of culture, I can't even say the word, culture, background, ethnicities. You know, if I was seriously famous and I would say some of the shit I've said over the past years, I would definitely be so fucking canceled by now. I would never want to be famous. Anyway, the point I'm making is, go check those guys out. Chopping up with Brie and Real. I mean, I told you automatically, you know, those guys. I don't really talk enough about other podcasts, but besides, you know, sometimes I'll mention, go check out Justin and Cody. Cody hasn't been putting out a lot of material lately, and hey, he has his own life to live, and he puts it out at his own fucking pace. That's his life. Deal with it. Now, Justin, he puts out stuff. I laugh at his shit. I should say that again. I laugh at what he's saying about the shit he's saying. Because a lot of the times he words it wrong, but I know him. Like, I don't, you know, I've never met him in real life. We were supposed to, but, and, you know, after I found out where he lived and everything, and I was like, you know, this dude could be a serial killer. So I, you know, didn't want to go nowhere near that, you know? No, there's a lot of shit that he says that, like, I'm like, oh my God, people are, if he has listeners, like, if he has, like, 2 people that listen to him, he's losing half his listeners if they don't understand him. That's why I don't like people to, it's weird. And I'm only going to tell you this as a podcaster, that I've never said this before. And you can go back on every fucking show I've done. I never said this as a podcaster. I don't want people to listen to the beginning of me, the very first episode. And I don't want people to judge me on, like, something they heard in my newer stuff. It's fucking weird. And I think, to a degree, I think a lot of podcasters are like that, and I've never asked that question. I'm just gonna go with my gut and say yeah. Now, it doesn't mean I'm right. I'm just saying I think that makes sense, because I know, listen to my earlier shit, not talking about the quality, I'm just talking about the way I would talk, the shit I would say. Some of it was fucking stupid, some of it wasn't fucking funny, or it was just way off topic. Like today, you know, like on today's show, whatever the fuck the topic was, I wasn't even talking about the topic. And I still do that to today. I still do that to this day. But man, there's a lot more I want to get at. This is going to be a long special. Fucking specially retarded. But yeah, I'm already over 15 minutes on this end, because I had to do like a minute test. So let me pause this, and I'll be right back within a split second on your end. But on my end, it could be fucking days. And I'll be right back. Hey, what's up with the sound check? This is Jimmy James. That's right, Jimmy James sound checking. Alright, today I'm bringing you something a little different. Can you handle it? Alright, and we're back. Alright, so what I was getting at is, people have a lot of different opinions about a lot of different shit, and what I was getting at with chopping it up and being real and all that, and you know, is that I didn't really have to listen to them too long to realize that these guys can go somewhere. They just gotta really keep at it. You know, it costs money. Shit, people aren't just gonna hear you on like some Spotify or fucking some show and run up to you and be like, oh my God, you're just amazing. Let me give you $1 million and come over to my house and sign my contract. It's not gonna happen like that. It's just not. Yeah, I'm not on any drugs at the moment. Hold on, though. I'll let you know when I am. As I'm filling up the tube, I'm actually kind of pissed, you know, and oh fuck, this is damaged. Emotional damage. Actually, I need tape. Yeah. I have it. Oh, fuck me. Oh my God. Okay. So I'll give you guys a little thing of what I'm doing here. Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. That wasn't part of the bargain. That wasn't part of the deal. I want my money back, which we'll be getting into shortly. Shortly. This is fucking ludicrous what I'm doing right now. If I told you what I'm doing, like, that's why I'm afraid to tell you what I'm doing. But I mean, you guys would understand to a point. All right. I've told you guys, you can hear the tape. It's fuck, well, you would have heard it. I've told you guys before. I take a little gem called Adderall. Now, you might be like, no shit, I didn't guess it at all. And you're one of the stupid fucks out there. No, I take it, and it helps me with the anxiety, I should say the anxiety attacks. I've talked about this. We're not having one of these shows, but then again, everything goes on the Jimmy James Show A to Z. You never know, this might be my last show ever. Anyway, I'm gonna get real in a minute here. Let me just, let this shit kick in. It takes about 10 minutes, 15 minutes. Because I didn't capsule the shit. I just straight opened the capsule, half lidded it, and took it in. I took it in. Most of this is me just setting up. Another thing is I always, I don't always do this, but my show usually gets better if I'm sitting around talking. It gets better, like, I'd say 15, 30 minutes the way through. And it's not because of Adderall or anything or any drugs. As he lights a cigarette. It's, honestly, it's like a groove you get into. Like, I have come before. I have. This is where I fuck up. And a lot of times I would take this out. But, no, actually I wouldn't take it out. I'd just leave it in. But if I had a team around me, like, they could edit that out. Like, oh, yeah, just edit that part out. It was at 3:40, whatever. Edit that part out. I don't have that luxury. I do. I can easily do it. I just so fucking lazy. So I'm going to get back on track with all this. So getting off that whole podcasting topic real quick, but the end of the note on that is, like, I was on there, getting back to my story, and I seen that I had a thank you message on Instagram because I supported Bree and Real for 99 cents a month. I mean, I support almost, I'm going to say 90% of the podcasts I listen to that are non-celebrity related, which I really don't listen to celebrities, except maybe Bill Burr once in a blue moon. He has, I think, 2 shows a week, but I probably listen once a month, maybe when I'm taking a shit. I don't know. But that was not needed. That extra material was not needed. But yeah, so I thought that was nice of them, and I just wanted to say thanks again for just saying thanks. I mean, honestly, just like small shit like that. We're from different backgrounds is what I was trying to get at. We're from different backgrounds. I haven't heard all their shows. I'm sure they really haven't sat there and like, yeah, we can listen to this guy all day. Ain't that right, Real? Yeah, I love this shit. I can listen to Jimmy James all day. Yeah, it's not happening. I could see some things, but no. If I send them a clip saying, yo, I talked about you guys for X amount of minutes, just giving you a heads up. If there's anything you didn't like, don't kill me. I'll take it out. No, I'm only kidding. And Justin, I never got to the point of Justin. I remember I made that. That was all legit, by the way. It wasn't a blooper reel. That was me trying to do a list. But before I get to that, I wanted to say thanks again to Bree and Real on the Chopping It Up with Bree and Real podcast, and Justin, I'm going to get to him next, and then that's it. But support each other out there if you can. And this is basically the reason why I'm doing this episode now. This is probably going to be extreme long episode because I'm going to talk about a lot of shit. I needed a lot of shit. Remember what I said. Therapy. It's a 2-way fucking street. And you gotta remember, like, I have to take sips of my fucking drink and whatever the fuck, so you're just gonna have to wait that extra 3 seconds. Anyway, for the people out there who listen, I really do appreciate it. I mean, I know I probably said that millions of times, but yeah. And I'm working without no list here. I should have a list that's saying, I talked about this, spend no more than 5 minutes, scratch. It's actually a good idea. No, I talked about this for 5 minutes, scratch, go to the next subject. Now, when I was making that last episode, which was not really an episode, it was just something I threw out. Like, I literally fucking just shat it out. I shitted that material out. So do the, there we go. Get the volume up. He's putting the volume up. Sound check. Everybody, it's the Jimmy James. It's the Jimmy James Show. I used to love doing impressions as a kid. I could do so many impressions, it would make my head spin. Oh, yeah, I'm not doing one now. I'm just saying, I would like to do impressions of all cultures. I'm really having fucking problems with my C words today. Cups. Gotta get my cups. See, now all this, what I'm doing here is like just kind of, even though I'm talking, I'm trying to remember what I want to say before I say it. That's kind of like what I was doing with that last that last audio that I put out, part 2. I was trying to say, part 2. And what I did is I literally, first of all, I'll never do that again. I'm going to tell you why. When I split it, that was only 5 minutes and 30 seconds long. Okay. I found so many bloopers in that, so I'm not going to get into the whole fucking technology behind it, but when I split it up, it either says, do you want to save as 1? Or as how many times you've split it. And this is the most I've seen. It said, do you want to save as 1? Yeah, this is 5 minutes and 30 some seconds. Or do you want to save as 50? I was like, what? So if you go back and listen to that first one where all the bloopers things are in there and all the shit I was saying that I was so off on, that's 50 times that I split that. Except the first one where I split it by mistake. You can hear me start talking and then it skips, but there's no beep. And then I had to put all the beeps in. So I'm like, that's 50 splits. That's 100. It's 50 splits. So in between the splits, that's 100 beeps, I believe. I think. Or I was like, so that should be 25 beats is what I was thinking in my mind. And I'm like, oh no, that's 100 beats. Anyway, I think it could be 75. I have no idea what the fuck. I'm really good at math. Not really, but I am. Alright, so getting back onto this whole fucking crazy thing, which is me. Here we go after this. Alright, and we're back again. Sorry about that. Okay. I was all over the fucking place that one. Sorry about that. See, I was worried because I had the plug that I plugged in last time and it was making that buzzing sound. So, anyway, I want to get right to point. So, going back to that 5 minutes and 30 seconds of, you know what I just thought of? If I had a heart attack down here, nobody would find my body probably for fucking 6 days. Just a thought. My mom is bedridden, and my dad is really old and smoked a lot of weed, and I think he's not retarded, but he's retarded. Anyway, getting back to that, that was just a side note. Dropping dead in the basement. A guy today was found dead in his basement. His podcasts are just starting out. 3 years died. Talking about dying in the basement alone. Ironically, he died. No, so I split that in the 50, and I was like, holy fuck, that's fucking nuts. And I can't believe that I literally put that out because I didn't want to. But I was like, dude, I haven't put anything out. And there's a lot of shit that's going on that you guys may or may not know. For instance, and I'm gonna just fucking fly over this, I'm not getting paid at the moment. Okay? And I just found out in my email today, or today or last night, whenever the fuck, I was still awake. The fuck the difference makes. Anyway, we'll cut the difference. We'll call today. I was reading my email and this morning, and it said that, because of the new regulations with Anchor and Spotify, I can no longer get ambassador ads, which I didn't give a shit about in the first place. But I just thought I would get monetized ads. Basically, the same shit I've always been doing. you get paid to sit there and talk, and then you give the minute for Anchor. And, hey, you know, you would pay that person. And I had a whole show about that. And like I said, I'm breezing over a lot of shit here, but long story short, now they're like, oh, you need a minimum of like 100 followers or some shit. So I urge you, I am begging you, if you are a listener, or even if you're not a listener, if you can just go onto Spotify for some fucking weird reason, please go on to Spotify. I'll put it in the link. Click it and follow me. You don't have to rate me. As a matter of fact, you can rate me whatever the fuck you want. You can rate me 1 star, 2 stars, 3 stars, 4 stars, 5 stars. Definitely 5 stars. Nothing less than 5 stars. Matter of fact, rate me 1 star. Guaranteed 5. But as long as it's above 3, no less than 2. But definitely 5. Make sure it's more than 4. So you can please do that, because now they're saying that and this is serious now, I'm getting a little serious. He's getting into a serious voice. The serious tone's coming on. Here we go. Alright, no, you guys have to follow me on Spotify, and I have to have like 100 follows on Spotify now or some shit. I'm only up to 30. But see, I never really understood that, because it's like, wait a minute, I was with them, like I said, I'm breezing over a lot of shit. I was with them before Anchor was with Spotify, and if that was the deal, I would have been talking about that since you guys switched. I really don't like it. You can go to my show where I talk about it. Is it worth it? I kind of was mad throughout the whole thing of talking about it. I was definitely 100% legit. Like, I wasn't lying on my end. And there is some stuff that I do know now that I didn't know then, but still that is new to me, like freshly new, like an hour to 2 ago. So that kind of pissed me off, and also makes me want, that's why I'm doing this. And I'm literally calling, I was going to do this, thing, like I said, part 3, but no, this is just podcasting. That's it. I think it's podcasting season 11, episode 7. That's it. That's fucking it. But then I was like, wait a minute, am I going to call it that? I want to know, I want to make sure people understand. And I'm like, you know what? I don't give a fuck. But, I don't know anymore. And I'm still using the word, everybody does that. I done that when I go and look back. And like I said, I didn't want to spend too much time on that. I just found that out tonight. I'm kind of pissed that I didn't want to talk about that, because I didn't want to come on here with like a pissed off fucking like, in this fucking world, everybody's fucking stupid. And I want to also talk about that too. I should be writing notes down, but I'm like so into my fucking coffee right now. I got coffee with marshmallows in it. What are you guys doing? I don't care. Alright, anyway. No, I do. You guys should hit me up on email. Let me know what you think. Now, there is people that I've talked to through YouTube. Not really. Facebook the most, I'd say. But YouTube, like with the video, how that all started, where I kind of got mad about being a paid premium subscriber, which you can go back and listen to my 2 episodes ago. But to get off that topic and get on to the other thing, after I was done cutting up that 50 fucking piece thing, that was kind of wild. I never got back to the story I wanted to tell about that whole fucking ordeal. So now that I'm much more calm and relaxed, as you can obviously tell, I wanted to go back and talk about it. So, without further ado, I'm going to introduce to you the story that never saw the light until right this second. And here we go, at 7 minutes and 5 seconds in. What the hell was I talking about? No, actually, sometimes I do forget. I wanted to talk about one. There was two things I was trying to talk about in that whole blooper reel, which was one, the girl at Wawa. Now, she doesn't work there. She was just a, what do you call just a person like me. She was a customer. There's the fucking word. She was a customer. It was late at night. Had to be about this time, 2-ish, 3 in the morning. It was not rainy, but it was drizzling out. It was a shitty night, but not too cold. I'm just giving you the idea. I'm putting the picture in your head and you can fucking play with it. And she's parked at the last, there's 12 pumps at the Wawa. She's at 12. Well, I don't know at this point, but I'm coming in line waiting. She's in front of me or something, and then she runs out. I'm getting my shit, talking to the girl in front of me, which I know because she knows I'm in there almost every night. I'm in there about 4 out of 5 days of the week, at least 4. And she comes back in and says, 12 isn't working. Can you put it on 11? Then she's like, oh yeah, no problem, blah, blah, blah. And then she has to call the manager because she doesn't know how to do it. But the girl already left. And that's basically the story to this point, I'm saying, that's that. And a couple seconds later, she runs in and she's like, I can't move my truck. My truck's stuck. And now I'm looking at her and I'm like, right off. Let me give you some background to this too. This is the person I am. I don't give a shit. If it was a guy, it doesn't matter. The sex, it does not matter. Because I worked so many X amount of years, I think. It was a couple, whatever, how many years. It felt like forever. Maybe it felt like 100, but it was probably just 4, I think. I don't remember. It could have been fucking 7. I have no idea. But I worked with... I was trying to see how I wanted to word this. Okay. I actually had to pause it to see how I wanted to word this because some personal shit I don't want to say. But I worked not with AAA, but somebody with it. I've mentioned that before, and I never really get into that type of shit in my show. But... anyway. So, I kind of knew, the basics of shit, but she said her gear was stuck. So I'm like, I'll help right away. I'll help you. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I got you. I'll help you. So then I run out with her. I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing. I'm like, what year is your truck? That matters. And she's telling me it's a 2010 or 11. I'm like, oh yeah, cause I'm like, oh, that's great. I got experience all the way up to 2007. So this will just be great. And I said that, but funnier-ish, because I am honestly funnier in person, I think. I mean, as far as I can tell, people have been laughing. I hope it wasn't fake laughter. But no, I was like, alright, it's good, because I haven't worked at this AAA thing in a long time, blah, 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 so I can't promise you any promises. This is the whole, walk there. So, to the pump. And then we get there, and I could tell, yeah, it's sticking. And then I'm like, let me ask you a question, as I'm like, have you tried this, that? And she's like, yeah, this happened to me once already. First time it happened, this is the second time it happened to her, but it happened to her that same night. So, it's not really funny, but, it gets to the point where I couldn't fix it, and I said, by any chance, did anybody spill anything down your gear? With it's just regular fucking gear in the middle, where you put your hand on the middle of the fucking, the seats or whatever. I forget what kind of fucking truck it was, I would just tell you. Anyway, she said, yeah, my kid spilled milkshake or some kind of milk down it, and I'm like, oh, okay. Because I tried all the tricks, like the handbrake, the parking brake, everything I can think of. I've never really dealt with too many of them, but I know it sucks. Her that could have been something really bad. Something could have been stripped. I didn't want to fuck with it much longer. So, right after this, I get into the second part. Or should I say, the third, fourth part? I don't know. Okay, and we're back again. Alright, so I told her, like, listen, I don't want to mess with it anymore. And I said, I actually asked, like, I'm talking about AAA, do you have AAA? She's like, no, but I have somebody who lives close, who's a mechanic. I'm like, oh, that's great, because the place across the street was closed and all that. And I'm like, oh, that's great. And, that was like that, to that extent. And I said, you sure, like, you can wait inside? Because it was like a shitty night and whatever. It wasn't like the best night, like I said. She's like, no, I'm going to wait out here, blah, blah, blah. I should be here any minute. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And then I went in, finished my order, whatever, and I came back out. As I'm coming back out, I see the guy arrived, and I said, I didn't see him, but I knew there was two people in the car. And then I was like, oh, okay. I was like, I was just coming over. I was just coming on there. You said you had kids? I love kids. I haven't been with a woman in fucking years. Anyway. Sorry. I got off topic. So yeah, I asked her, I said, I just wanted to make sure everything was good before I left. You were okay. Everything's cool. That's it. And then I was like, oh yeah. So I said, I asked the dude, I said, what was the problem? He goes, oh, I got it. Yeah. I had to get the pin. It pops off the, thingy. I'm not really good with this stuff, but I remembered, like, oh, the pin. Like, I remembered something. I didn't do it too much, but there's like this little pin that pops off the gear and you could see what's wrong or, if something's there, whatever. Anyway, I don't remember doing it too much, but I do remember that, Anyway, it's not done yet. So I left. So I guess I'm about... Now, this girl, remember, she already had that problem once, and she didn't do nothing about it. She decided to drive to Wawa. Oh, by the way, her key was stuck, too. So that's why she had to wait in the truck. Her key was stuck, and she was afraid, like, somebody would come up or, turn on the car and leave. I'm like, listen, I'll stay with you until your friend gets here, blah, blah, blah. I remember saying everything, like, it's okay right here. This area is good. She knew the area. And obviously, because she's talking to me. But, so I'm walking away. It takes me about 8 minutes to walk to my house. So I'm about... There was one light right before the Wawa. Then there's one. So there's how many lights? 1, 2, 3. Then the Wawa. I was at the middle, second one, and I had my earbuds in, and I hear her. She's going the same way as me, but I'm on the opposite side, going towards traffic. If you're in the United States, that is on the left side. I was walking on the left. She was driving all the way on the right. I know you English are very confused by which way you're supposed to fucking drive. It makes no sense. I want to know the reasoning behind this shit. Why do you drive on the left side? What's the point of it? I don't get it. There's probably something I remember. It'll probably come to me later, or I'll Google it. Anyway, so she's on, that side, and I can hear, like, going, and I'm like, I'm looking around, I'm like, what the fuck? This is like 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, whatever. And she's like, I just wanted to say thank you again. You're so nice. You're so nice. Thank you so much. Thank you. And she flashed me and everything. No, she was really saying thank you and all that. And I start laughing immediately. And I'm like, the guy's no longer with her. She's just by herself. Cause I guess, I was like, now I'm walking. She's at the light. So I'm a little bit behind her. And I'm like, all right, make sure you get it fixed. And as I'm walking, I notice and I turn around, I'm like, oh yeah, one more thing. She's just like, what's that? Like, all like with a smile on enthusiasm, like she finally got out of there. Her car's working. I know that feeling. I remember that feeling when you're not stuck. She's all happy. And I'm like, yeah, you might want to turn your lights on. Like, this is not really, like, our lights are off. She's driving in the dark with no fucking lights on. That's why I didn't hear her when she was going, and she flashed me. No. Anyway, I would have seen her boobs if her lights were on. So I thought that was just funny in its own little sort of bubble. That after all that, you know, she was excited that her car got fixed, and I guess she was excited that I came over and helped, and I told her I was, I couldn't get this out straight. I also told her I was a famous podcaster. I'm joking. I didn't say anything. Here's my podcasting. Do you know I thought about getting a podcasting card? I Amazon how much cards were, and then I also thought about like merchandise. That's how much I was gonna take this shit seriously. And I was like, what am I doing? Who the fuck is gonna wear my shit? Not even that, like, what would I need a fucking business card for? Like, here you go. Here's my card so you can remember to throw it away and click on my fucking link that you're not gonna follow anyway. It fucking blows my mind of how many people listen to my show and I get so little follows. And this happens even in YouTube. Like, I can put a video out. I proved it with the vampire. I'll get into my second part of this in a second. I gotta watch the time too. I'm good. I still got about another 5 minutes, 10 minutes. No, 5. Whatever. Killing time. So I remember YouTube, I did a video, like, I think I told you, is like, you know, I did a video of just like something serious about maybe the universe or the war, something on YouTube. And, it didn't get really that many views. But then, like, I do one or I'm walking home one night and it's always I'm walking. Somebody's gonna find me and just fucking be like, got you, and just fucking, I got one for your video. I just shot you in the head. Oh, shit. Nah. Anyway, I should fucking actually, edit that part out. I'm not. Too fucking lazy. Anyway, so I do a video. I'm like, I told you guys this. If you guys haven't heard, I'm not going to go through the whole thing, but I wanted to see how many YouTube views I get versus another one I've gotten. So, I talked about something for real, or I put something on my channel that I made that was more serious and, you know, but it was in my way of doing it. It wasn't like, you know, the war. It was something, I forget. I don't really give a fuck, but it was something more serious, like something, it might have been with the universe, like the war or universe, I can't remember. And then I seen a stake. There was a stake, like not a stake, it was like a broken mop handle, and that thing got like 1,000 hits overnight, like 1,000 views. You know, I'll do Ghost Adventures Mess Up. Well, just look up Ghost Adventures Mess Up. You should see me from like so many years ago, so many fucking pounds ago. And it got so many views. But, you know, I talked about a black hole or something that was like, oh, it was the James Webb Telescope. I knew I would remember something. It was something about the James Webb Telescope and, you know, how amazing something was about it. And also something was broken with the Miri. I'm not getting into that again. It was a train wreck the last time I brought it up. But anyway, but I didn't plant that there, but I found like this piece of broken thing. And I said, my title was Vampires Are Real. And that thing just blew up. But I put something serious out there and it got like 40 some views. Like, now, that's one of the main reasons why I don't fuck with YouTube. It's just because it's so contaminated. Like, did you ever just go on YouTube like, oh, like, you can literally say it to yourself, like, I just want to see that one video with like Eminem rapping or somebody doing some specific thing, and you're saying to yourself, I'm not going to do anything else. I'm just going to go on, search for that video. I want to see that one video. I haven't seen it in a while. I never seen it before. I want to see it. I want to see it. I want to sit in it. Boom! comes on, and it was like, get your daily dose of internet, blah, blah, blah. Man, it's like, scientists have discovered a new star in our solar system. It's like, life. We discovered life in our solar system. And you click on it, and then it's like, what the fuck? 4 hours later, you totally forgot. Now, that happens to me, I'd say, 80% of the time. I will, more than that, I'll be honest, 90% of the time, 95% of the time, probably 98% of the time that I'll go on there and I'll want to only spend like an hour, and I'm on there for fucking 6 hours. It's fucking nuts. I don't know. It's the fucking rabbit hole of YouTube. And that's when I said that old story with Eminem saying, he said a long time ago when he was doing that interview with Sway, he said, you know how you could, like, I felt so normal when he said, I felt so normal when he said that. I kind of got it, I don't really idolize anybody. I don't idolize even Eminem. I just think, like, he's the only dude that I would like to shake his hand and be like, yo, thanks. That would be it. There's a lot of people I would like to do that too, because they've done great things. But personally, to me, in my life, he was one of those inspirations to me. And he didn't, not because I turned out to be a rapper or anything or nothing of that sort. It's just the shit he said, and he wasn't the only one, but yeah, I'm not that type of geek. I wouldn't geek out, and that's probably because, like, my pops worked for the vet and all that shit, and I got into those stories before. But the last thing I'll say is I can't fucking remember what I was talking about. I'm on part 4 here. I'm gonna skip over to part 5 and just keep rolling. Let's go. All right. I had to run upstairs and heat up my coffee. I want to be honest with you, is I'm getting fucking pretty tired. I'm gonna add a little bit of mushrooms to my coffee. I mean marshmallows. Yes. But Jim, didn't you just take Adderall? What is the matter with you? How could you be tired after taking Adderall? Well, Chuck, I'll tell you. It's because I have fucking ADHD, and when you take the medicine that properly treats the disease you have, it tends to work out in your favor. No, so, yeah, I'm pretty fucking tired. So, I don't know if this will be my last part, but whatever, we'll see. We'll see if the caffeine and Adderall will keep me up. There's a couple of things I want to mention really quickly before I get into the next topic, which was Justin's thing, but I always said, like, people are fucking stupid. I've said that a lot of times, and I mean that in a sincere sort of way. Like, most people are fucking stupid. And when I mean most people, I don't mean you guys that are listening, and I maybe 1 or 2, maybe most of you, maybe 3 out of fucking 10 of you, yeah. But people are stupid, and I am no exception to this fucking factor, because there's things that you think when you're 25 versus 35, and, like, it's just like, what the fuck was I thinking? Now, like, Really, I think that's saying when you're young. This is why I want to say I apologize for saying that. Not because I'm, like, afraid of anything. I still think people are fucking stupid. It's just that when you're a kid, you hear a lot of people say, when you grow up, you'll understand what I'm talking about. You'll understand. Why didn't they explain it a lot better? Like, I would have shook my younger self and be like, do you understand the mistakes you're about to make? Like, really? Don't say it and be like, well, he's gonna have to just learn on his own. And then, like, you can be one of those guys or gals, I don't know. You could be like one of those guys or girls out there and be like, You gotta make these mistakes to learn by them. Or you could be that parent, which I kind of am leaning on that kind of parent, which is saying, well, I made those mistakes so you wouldn't have to make those mistakes. It's not one of those, is a glass half full or half empty? It's not one of those fucking paradoxes. It's a simple analogy of a question formulated into a dialogue of what you would do or what you should do if that ever arose in your situation. Look at me throwing out little but medium big words. No, seriously. I've been around a lot of older people. I hung around a lot of older people. I'm totally 1000% different than I am on this thing by myself than I am with people. I try to make people laugh. If I can't, I will. I see somebody in a bad mood where it's not like a laughing matter. I will tend to their needs and then make them laugh. Like anything I could do to make somebody feel better. Somebody just died. What happened? I just lost my whole family in a plane crash. Ooh, what were they flying? What were they flying? Were they flying? You could say anything. I'm just saying I wouldn't say that exactly. What can you say? Seriously, I mean. And I bring this up before I get into any points, like, about growing up, like they said before, for two reasons. One is my last grandmother, is about to pass any minute. She was supposed to pass last night, she's at home, so they're, like, doing it at home, and my father just gotta put this out there. He came out and he goes, well, she's ready to go, but she's hanging on. And I mean, I was on the shitter at the time, and I started to think to myself, like, and I'm thinking, she's ready to go, but she's hanging on. So I had to I had to go up and ask him, like, do you realize what you just said to me? She's ready to go, but she's hanging on? Doesn't make any sense. What's the deal here? I had to figure that out. And I always get him to laugh. It's just, he's easy. I can make him laugh. It's easy. Sometimes I'll just come down saying stupid shit, singing stupid shit, like, anything, but I'm not gonna get into that. So yeah, my last grandmother's the one who raised me from the age of, since I was a kid. Pretty much took me in after juvie. That's the one I'm talking about. And so, I'm upset about it, but I don't think it's like, I don't know if I'm upset the way I'm supposed to be upset. Am I supposed to be crying upset? Because she was very close to me. And I'm like, am I a sociopath? Did you ever think one of those? You ever like, why am I not upset? Maybe I'm a psychopath. Are you a psychopath? You'll look in the mirror, you'll just look at yourself, you're like, you disgust me. You don't even fucking get upset when your own mother is dying. She was like for real, my mom. I've said that before. But, and I'm sure you had those thoughts. You're probably thinking like right now, like, yeah, I did. Or you're laughing about it because it's true. So stuff like that is one of the reasons why I'm doing a show like this. And also saying, I wish I really would have told myself, oh, you have to wait until you get older to learn that, And I'm gonna quote one of my favorite quotes, from the fucking prime minister over there in the UK, the old one. The fuck was his name? Oh my god, this is the tiredness settling in. When youth fails me, wait a minute. Hold on for a second. First I was thinking of the fucking thing. Oh my god. I had that so lined up perfect. I was like fucking Barry Bonds there. I'm gonna knock this out the park. When youth fails me, holy fuck. When youth fails me, may wisdom guide. No, yeah, that's it. When youth fails me, may wisdom guide me through or on or whatever. Whatever the fuck. The Prime Minister dude. Fucking Churchill. There we go. Churchill. When youth fails me, may wisdom guide me through or on. I don't fucking know. So basically, you know, we gotta run on that because our parents sucked. Anyway, getting on to the last part of this shindig. I never mentioned Justin's stuff because I gotta listen to his show again, but I remember I was listening to some of it and I was shaking my head and I'm laughing. First of all, Justin, if you're listening to this last part, change your ad. Dude, this is the way you are. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna be Justin for a second. Hello, folks. Pardon me. Well, I was wondering. Excuse me. I was wondering. I'm not gonna do the whole thing, but anyway, he talks like this. Like, this would be his talking level. I'm not gonna, you know, talk like him, but this is how he would talk normally. This is how you talk. Well, Jimmy James, I think this and such and such and such. And then when his ad comes on, it's like, well, folks, do you like Anchor? Wow, it's so loud, dude. You gotta change it. You gotta do it. And don't say, I don't have to do it because you told me to do it, because I'm from Texas and I do whatever I want. Go get me a truck. Gonna live in a truck. Gonna get me a tent. Go live in a tent. I'm a big tent. I love Justin, man. He's funny as hell, man. But he has his fucking... He did change it. He used to have his ad in the beginning, and I said, yo, switch it to the middle. It's better statistically. And maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I don't know. Maybe that was just bullshit advice I gave him. No. Honestly, that's what I found out from doing ads. Nobody really wants to hear an ad in the beginning. It's like you just want to get it out of the way. But in the middle, it does make more sense. So, I wanted to get on to Justin's stuff, but I'm going to have to do that later because I don't remember what the point I was trying to make with him. So I apologize, but go check out that's Justin's Eye on Entertainment and World Review. He has some funny shit and stuff that I've learned off of him as well. Like, he talks about a lot of things. I always told him, he talks about gaming stuff, which is fine, you know, because that's part of like his Eye on Entertainment. It's entertainment, so obviously it's his opinion on that. And World Review, like, I learned about the Dixie Chicks, I knew who they were, but I didn't know about all the shit they were going through until I heard his show. And, you know, shit like that. So go check him out. He's a good friend of mine. He knows I'm only messing around, but, hello, folks. Oh, man, if I'm missing anything, I wanted to also get into something else, but I might save that just because I'm running super ultra fucking long here. And, once again, go check out my buddy Justin. That's Justin's Eye on World and Entertainment. Oh my God, Justin's Eye, he really needs to fucking change this. Like, I'm changing mine soon. If I don't get paid, I'm changing mine soon. I'm gonna go live down there with Justin. We're gonna go do a podcast together. It's a bad Texas fucking accent, and I realized I was really doing it. Jesus Christ. What the fuck is wrong with this world and me? Alright. I'm gonna end this on a good note. I'll be right back to end this show. Here we go. Yay! Alright, guys, and we're back. Alright, so this is the last part. This is part 6 of the show. Or it's 7. I don't fucking know anymore. So, yeah. Go check out my buddy Justin at Justin's Eye on world entertainment and reviews of stuff. I don't know. Justin's eye on entertainment and world review. Also, chopping it up with Bree and Real. Go check them out. I also have a couple others. I'm not going to name everybody. Obviously, Cody Lewis, The Daily Chat. I don't know if he's done anything new recently. I haven't seen anything pop up. I hope he's all good. I haven't talked to him in a minute. Also, Rudolph. This is Rudolph in Chicago Talk Radio. I'm not doing it. I'm sorry, Rudolph. I'm not doing you justice there. Hey, folks, are you down? I really would need more time on this, but hey, folks, are you down with listening to the Rudolph Dog on Chicago Radio? This is me. This is Rudolph, and things are just going on. Fuck yeah. He sounds like a pretty chill guy. He's always hit me up with nice things to say. I don't know who hit who up first, but I could say that I was very shocked of somebody of his stature would hit me up and say, hey, keep up the good work. And somebody like Maria Humphreys, like those two are like just people that are nowhere near, I don't think they could tolerate me. You know what I mean? But the only reason why I always say, you know, even great fucking comedians, great philosophers, Dave Chappelle said this. I don't know why people listen to me. Like, even, what's his name? The philosopher that I was talking about last time, he said it. He didn't think anybody would listen to him. Oh my God, I mentioned him like a fucking million times too. I started getting into him big time. He'll come to me eventually. Or not. Fuck, now it's just like, let's pause for this. I didn't feel like, oh yeah, you know what? What a fucking idiot. Check this out. I'm such an idiot. I could have just looked him up. I do have his videos. See, the only thing that sucks about having the mic hooked in is like you can't hear anything if I were to play it, so that's the only thing that sucks. Yo, here's me saying I'm a fucking potato.
I just realized I'm a fucking potato.
That's it. It's me as a potato, and it says, I just realized I'm a fucking potato. That it got 1.3k views. That's a short, obviously. And then there's ones with me, like, that I thought were funnier, like my dad with the Putin thing, and it got 6 views. Like, what? I don't get it. I don't know. People are fucking weird. People are weird. Anyway. Oh, by the way, sorry about that. I should have fucking paused it, I guess. Jesus Christ, if I fucking get stuck anywhere else. I'm like in this little part of the desk where I'm all fucking stuck, yeah. There's a lot of great philosophers. I totally forgot my fucking point to all this. Now I'm gonna find his name and be like, no, yeah, but honestly, I was gonna say, I don't understand why people listen. You know what I mean? But then again, I'll find, if I find his name, I'm done looking for it, because I want to get to the point before I forget, and I will forget, because it's getting to that time, folks. We're running to overtime with Jimmy James. There's a lot of stuff that I don't talk about that I think I will start changing if I don't change this show completely and go a different route or route. If y'all remember that route thing, I might start taking topics and fucking ripping them apart, because I like a fucking German Shepherd Rottweiler fucking pit bull. Matter of fact, like a fucking hyena, which also have the strongest jaws in the animal kingdom when it comes to land animals. They could rip through a fucking skeleton's bone give me a topic that I really fucking can't stand, and I'll get on to it. And not only will I fucking tear it apart, I'll make fun of it. I'll do whatever I have to. There's so much shit out there that bothers me. When I'm watching TV, there's so many things that are like, I gotta write this down, and I just don't, or I gotta fucking remember this part about something that I heard about something, because like either I had something really I think is funny and I run it past like certain little groups of mine, and you know, I get positive results, but when I come on here, I'm just like, so I remember this time I was like holding my coffee, and the coffee was hot, and you know, it's this stupid shit. But do you guys even know why I did this fucking show? Do you remember what I told you in the first place? No, you don't. You don't. You're just fucking driving your... I just picture a truck driver driving down like, Breaker 10-4, Jimmy James has a new show on. Over. This is Frogman. I already heard it. Over. Frogman, was it any good? Over. I mean, this is Totem Pole South Dickinson. I've been listening to a show for since he begotten Charlie Breaker. What the fuck are you talking about? I just asked if it was good. Over. I do not know how to work a CB radio. Over. Yeah, I picture like truck drivers just driving and just listen to me and be like, hey, he's talking about truck driving. Maybe he's thinking about like a guy like me. I'm handsome. Or maybe I just think truck drivers, they probably are generalized, or like big fat guys sitting in a truck. Nah. My buddy's a truck driver. No, that's right. He's fucking fat as shit. No, a little shout out there to Tom. Hey, Tom, if you're listening, man, you drive safe, brother. You fucking drive safe. If somebody's in your way, you drive through them. As I spit over the mic. No, my buddy Tom, he was a fucking nut. You know, I knew Tom before he was a truck driver, obviously, but like, we weren't childhood friends or anything. I just knew him from like, wow, early 20s, mid-20s. And he was a more responsible type of person, and I told the story about, you know, we went to a couple places, but we went to the auto car place and won the award. I was trying to talk up the judges. I mean, he deserved it, but I was like, I felt like I won that too, because like I went and talked to all the judges and shit. He's a truck driver, man, and he fucking loves it. And honestly, I gotta do something for you guys, man. You know, people who are out there, and it doesn't have to be just truck drivers and just them alone, but people who drive anything at night, and they don't have the, you know, the appeal of YouTube or TV, you know, like, this is the whole point of podcasting, is like you're driving or you can't watch, you're at work or something, or somewhere where you don't have a TV, or Indonesia. I don't know. I just picture a kid. For some reason, I always picture like some kid somewhere in the mud with sticks and like nothing else but rock houses, and like, you know, their fucking clothes are on like a line outside, and it's like a shit night, and they have a tablet. They have a tablet in their hand. Like, that's my whole fuck. I'm like, why would they be listening, you fucking idiot? Or they got a phone, and all they got is like this. This is all they got. I don't know why it's a kid too. Maybe it's a fucking 35-year-old man plus. My age range, I think, is 30 to 65 plus. That's like my bulk of my audience, which is pretty much the bulk of humanity. So thank you to my 8 followers. No, I don't care if I had 300 million followers. I don't care if I had 9 billion followers. I don't care if I had 11 trillion followers. I don't give a fuck if I had 10 followers. As long as if I can make 1 or 2 of you happy out there, or smile, or just get your fucking thoughts that I know bother you in ways that you think nobody else knows bothers you out of your mind for a couple minutes, just makes that day go a little bit quicker for you, even though that makes no sense if you really think about it, but really don't think about it, because then you'll be right back at the point once I end the show, and then you're like, fuck, why did I listen to him? And now you're thinking about it. No, basically time is linear, and it moves at the same speed no matter what you're doing. You ever heard that term? You have more fun, time goes by when you have more fun, blah, blah, blah. It goes by at the same fucking rate. Just seriously, make the most out of what you have right now. Not tomorrow, not next week. Make the most of what you have right now. If you do have somebody you love, call them up for no fucking reason. Seriously, call them up for no reason. And I'm telling you this because I do this. Call them up and just say, hey, how's it going? You don't have to say I love you. You don't have to say any mushy stuff. But there's one thing nobody can argue. We can talk science, IDK theory. I don't know this. There's one thing that nobody can argue in this fucking universe. Whether good, bad, or whatever. Borderline, just fucking basic. Is that love is something that doesn't need to be said. It's beautiful when it's spread. And you can just call somebody that you love just to say, hey, how you doing? And get off of this fucking show. And you might have one or two people out there in or out of your family that you haven't talked to in a long time that you should call. You know it. And if you don't, and you really feel like you don't have anybody, I'll tell you what. You email me. Make sure you put because I don't have anybody as a subject. And I will literally get back to you. I promise you that. That's the Jimmy James Show at Gmail. The Jimmy James Show at gmail.com. There's no AZ there. No A to Z. Seriously, I'm going to end it on that, guys. Call up somebody. Because you never know. They might be going through some kind of pain that you're going through, or maybe you're not, and you were there at that place. Maybe you can help them. If I missed anything, I'm sorry, but it's getting late. And everybody be safe. And like always, take care of yourselves and one another. This is Jimmy James saying peace out.
One last question.
Alright. This is Matthew McConaughey saying, check out Jimmy James while I drive away my Lincoln. Yeah. Hey, what's up, guys? This is Jimmy James, and I'm here to tell you one more freaking time. Fuck it. Let me do that again. This is Jimmy James telling you one more fucking time. You must now, according to Spotify and Anchor, with the lovely assist, can you please go to Spotify and follow me? Because that's the only way I can even get a red cent. Please follow me. I'm begging you, follow me. I got no food on the table. Follow me. They won't pay me anymore. They said I need a certain amount of followers on Spotify. Please go follow me. I'll do anything. Anything you say, I'll do it. But, alright, I'm just getting a little carried away. If you can, yes, if you can, please follow me on Spotify. I'll put the link in there. Oh, and also, goodbye. Bye, world.
Okay, Jim, I'll see you around. Where you going? Oh, no. Oh, that's not what I thought he meant by that at all.
Goodbye, everybody.
Drop that one. Drop that one. Drop that one. Drop that one. Whack, 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 on the world. If you